Hey guys, this is New York Rocks 127 here. They look like these are the urbans. And I might experience a bit of lag here, as you can see. A lot of units moving. And I have my general stationed here. Then across from me is the Seleucids, who have like 8 or 9 Silver Shield Pikemen, 3 Greek Cav, 3 Silver Shield Legions, a heavy Onager unit, and 3 Archers. I think that's around there. Then there's Carthage, Greek cities in the back, and Macedon. And it's basically all of the Roman factions are in this gameplay. So, yeah. They start to attack with their cavalry. Look at that lag. But then he withdraws his cav, seeing my force. Yeah, it'll get better as it goes along. And they're just... I'm just trying to move my guys here to meet his Silver Shield Legion. But the problem was I should have brought them out to the field and flanked his men, but I didn't. I got my Silver Shields firing on his, not my Silver Shields, my Archers firing on his cav. So that's pretty good. Alright, as you can see, Macedon has a bartering ram and tons of just Royal Militia Hoplites, Royal Pikemen. And I think he has he has Levy Pikemen. I don't know if he has any Phalanx. He has a couple Phalanx. And then opposing him looks like SPQR that's where they were stationed. And my allies are going to put up a really good fight to hold these guys, and that's going to contribute to our victory. So you can see he's got his archers firing down, and that's all. And the Greek cities, they are going to try and open the gates. They have tons of armored hoplites. And they don't have Spartans. I didn't want to use Spartans because I don't know why I didn't use Spartans. It's not because they're easy. It's not because I didn't want to make it easy. There was just some reason. He's got his militia cav. I don't know why he has militia cav. I think I kind of let them pick their own units, kind of, and then I just kind of edited around. So yeah. And there's them breaching. So right now, my men are actually routing a lot of his pikes here, as you can see. And right here, I go for his onagers, but in a fatal attempt to kill my urbans, he sends in his Macedonian cavalry. And I'm not looking at this, except here I do. And I try to prepare to counterattack him, but by now, my urbans have suffered about 50% casualties. But I routed most of his cav. He only has his general unit here. And it looks like he's gonna rally his men or something. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Or at least trying to get... He's not doing the rally feature, but I think he is trying to, in some way, rally his troops. So that's pretty good, but it's still not going to stop my men. And this was stupid. I lost a lot of troops charging in like this. So that's something I should have corrected. So as you can see on the Macedonian front, they've broken through the walls, and my SPQR has their allies. Their Hastati. They're going to intercept the charge of the archers of Macedon. But let's see the force he carries. He has, in the front, he has his Levy Pikemen. Then over here, he has, I think in front of them, he has some militia hoplites here. He has his militia hoplites stationed on his right. And then everyone else is basically Royal Pikemen and everything. Already, his archers are starting to rout. And I just killed the Seleucid general. So let's go see what's going on over here. Yeah, I usually do a transition, but so as you can see, I got some reserves here. And these guys are going to get trapped. These two units here, they're going to get cornered. You can see a Silver Legion. They keep coming back from routing. But to be honest, Silver Legion compared to the Legionnaires I have, they're terrible. Seleucid Legionnaires do not fight very well. And his onagers stopped routing and he has reoccupied them with the crew. He's firing again. But you can see that the whole Seleucid line's breaking. Alright, over here, a lot of my allies are routing. And it looks like Carthage, in the massive troops with like infantry and sacred band hoplites and everything, has finally cleared a pathway into the city. But it's taken a lot of casualties trying to do so. As you can see, look at all those, it's lagging still. All those bodies piled under the sacred band. Over here, look at all that. It's mostly SPQR cavalry. You can see in the to the north, the Greek cities, they're just routing in masses. Yeah, all of them are just running all in one mass, so that's not something to be proud of. He's losing basically all of his men. Just trying to cram through the gate. But he still has a lot of his hoplites, so they're still trying to push through. The problem is they're not in phalanx mode. Although the good thing is he's starting to pour his troops in through the gates. But he lost a lot of units in the process. Look at that. But he's still having trouble. So on the Macedonian front, it looks like they are the only ones that are having success. These are the levy pikemen. They have basically completely pushed through. Looks at archer unit. They've completely taken the walls and they're pouring in hoplites and everything. And this is going to be a problem because they definitely have control of this wall sector here. And if the Greek cities in the background, if they push through too, look at all those Greek city men routing. That's not good. I think that's generally it over there though. The only people that are routing in Macedon are the archers. And he's got his guys in phalanx mode, which is bad for the allies, because if they try to charge, they just run right into his pikes. So that's a bad thing. But he's going to take his cav, and he's going to go in for a charge. Unfortunately, he goes in right through the middle. So that's really going to be bad for his cav. They're just going to get impaled on the spikes. Look at all these royal pikemen right here. Are those phalanx? No, those are royal. Alexander's massive army has broken through the wall. Alright, so moving back to my area, you can see that I have routed almost all of the Seleucid units. The Seleucid Empire is in full flight. And again, the heavy onagers are going to try and reoccupy their little thing right here. And I just routed them again. All of them. And my archer auxilia, which haven't really done that much firing, are going to fire down as they retreat. Jeez, something smells good. So he still has his onagers, and that's a threat. But one unit of levy pikemen is going to stop routing. I think another unit. Yep, phalanx. They're going to stop. They're going to stop routing. No one else though. Everyone else is going to stay in full flight. But they'll be routing in a second. They're already shaken over taking casualties. He's going to reform his guys, which is actually pretty dumb. I'm going to actually keep firing at these guys for a bit, then I'm going to go to these guys. Because I want to make sure that most of his army keeps routing. It's important. You can see routing units in the background. If you look close enough up at the top of the screen, I think those are Macedonian archers. I'm not sure though. So you can see 33 and 30. They're gonna break for the last time. These guys are going to keep running. They're not run, but yeah, 29. They're gonna rout. But I've taken victory on my front. So back over to Carthage. Even with them, morale is a problem. remember when I said that they had finally taken ground? Well, my allies kept pressing them. See, even archers, they're just trying to buy time so that maybe I can bring reinforcements up, because I don't know. But you can see that their morale is they don't have a morale issue. It's just that their guys are losing way too many men. Morale issues are more with Greek city-states. As you can see, my allies are moving tons of units, but they're keeping, as you can see, they're pulling most of them right back. I don't get it. If I were them, I would just be pushing in fresh units of. Now you can see that the general unit for the Greek cities, Militia Cav, which is missile cavalry, I didn't know this at the time, have finally come up. And he's finally making some sort of progress. He has like 5 units here. Most of them are heavily depleted from the fighting trying to get through the gates. And I don't know this right now. I'll show you what I'm doing in a sec. I'm running my Archer Auxilia over to meet the enemy of Macedon. And it's scary, because look how much progress they're making. My opponent is just throwing in forces. I mean, my allies are just throwing in forces. And Macedon just keeps routing them back and forth. And to Macedon victory, they think that they're gonna win. But now they're starting to rout. Because they have taken a lot of casualties. So yeah, I'm just bringing in my archers to hold them off while my infantry gets to the front. Here we are. I got my an urban unit that's fresh. I got a Praetorian unit that's saw a lot. Then I got these two very badly damaged urbans. And then I did leave like 1 or 2 units over here of my elites to make sure that that the Seleucids, if they stopped routing, I would be able to hold them off. But right here, a unit just came back from routing. It's 38 guys. But yeah, you can see the problem with him is he has his troops in mass, not spread out. And now he's eating my fire from my archers, and this is going to cause him most of his casualties. Once he got over here, you can see all the Macedonian bodies. So alright, I'm just going to show you quick. Greek cities are finally starting to push through, but they're meeting opposition from my allies. And right here, I kill his general of Macedon, and that just takes a huge morale hit, and 3 units rout. That causes then all of his army just starts to rout. They're just like, let's book it out of here before these guys get us. And they start to rout as soon as my infantry support comes up. And I'm going to keep firing down. So I'm going to reform my infantry because I know that Macedon isn't going to come back from routing. Right here, the Greek cities are kind of starting to push through. But even if they did push through, we still have all these units just surrounding our town center. So that's not going to make a difference. The only problem we're having here is that Carthaginian units keep coming back from routing, and they just keep throwing them back in. Like right here, he just takes his Roman cav, which he didn't have before, and routes this unit again. Now he has a long shield cavalry unit right here. He's going to throw them in. I believe at the last second. Oh, hold on. I'll show you this. We kill the general for the Greek cities and his cavalry routes, but his men decide it's our duty to push through. So then this guy's like, okay, I'm out of here, all these guys, and they're like, I'm out of here. And the rest of his army just decides to rout,